Arsenal have been dealt a setback after Bayern Munich opened concrete talks with Anthony Gordon, the 95-meter rated Newcastle United winger. Sporting director Andrea Berta is now facing serious competition from the Bundesliga champions in the race to sign the former Everton star. Earlier, transfer insider Graham Bailey revealed that Arsenal are keen to pursue Gordon in the summer of 2026. The Gunners have already carried out extensive scouting on the winger and are keeping a close eye on his situation, especially with Newcastle potentially needing to sell if they miss out on Champions League qualification. It's also understood that Gordon would be open to playing under Mikel Arteta, which had boosted Arsenal's hopes. However, those plans are now under threat. According to Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany, Bayern have already informed Gordon of their desire to sign him and have held initial talks with his camp. While no club-to-club negotiations have taken place yet, the German side are seriously considering a move. Bayern are looking to strengthen their left wing, where Luis Diaz has been a standout performer under Vincent Kompany. Gordon is viewed as strong competition and depth for that role, though his starting spot would not be guaranteed. Financially, Bayern may hesitate to match Newcastle's 95 million valuation. Journalist Fraser Fletcher previously reported that Newcastle are demanding a huge fee, which could complicate any potential deal. In other Arsenal-related developments, Bailey has also discussed the club's stance on Cesc Fabregas as a possible managerial option if Arteta were to leave. Meanwhile, Chelsea are reportedly showing strong interest in one of Arsenal's rising talents, according to Fabrizio Romano. Bayern Munich are said to be concerned about losing out to Arsenal in the battle to sign one of the Bundesliga's most promising attacking players in the upcoming summer window. The German champions are expected to strengthen their options up front, especially with Nicholas Jackson currently on loan and due to return to Chelsea once the season ends. Although Harry Kane remains a key figure in Bayern's attack, the club are planning ahead and want to bring in a younger striker to support him as he approaches his mid-30s. That search has led them to Christian Kofan of Bayer Leverkusen. However, Bayern are not alone in their interest. Reports indicate that Liverpool and Manchester City have also joined Arsenal in the race to secure the young forward. According to Christian Falk, Kofane is one of several attacking options Bayern are considering rather than a top priority. Sporting director Christoph Freund has not ruled out interest, but the club are also tracking alternatives such as Fisnik Aslani from TSG Hoffenheim. Falk also suggested that Bayern could find it difficult to win the race if Arsenal step up their pursuit, as competition for the striker would intensify significantly. Meanwhile, Arsenal's interest is partly driven by uncertainty around Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. Jesus has struggled with injuries, while Martinelli has been rotating on the left flank with Leandro Trossard rather than holding a guaranteed starting spot. It's believed Arsenal are preparing a formal offer for Kofane, with Leverkusen valuing him between 52,3 miles and 61 members. However, his agent, Eric DePolo, has placed a much higher valuation on the player, claiming he is worth closer to $100 million and could be a long-term solution leading the line for the next decade. So far this season, Kofane has contributed 5 goals and 3 assists in 26 Bundesliga appearances, underlining his growing reputation as one of Europe's emerging attacking talents. Cesc Fabregas is quickly establishing himself as one of the most in-demand young managers in football. Sources reveal that several top Premier League clubs, including Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea, are closely tracking his development. People close to Fabregas are aware that his reputation is rising fast, thanks to his impressive work with Como. The Italian side are enjoying a standout campaign, currently sitting 5th in Serie A and pushing for a historic first qualification to the Champions League. Although none of England's top clubs currently have managerial openings, that hasn't stopped them from quietly evaluating future options. At City, sporting director Hugo Viana is already looking at long-term successors to Pep Guardiola. Names like Enzo Maresca and Vincent Kompany are leading candidates, but Fabregas has also been discussed internally. Meanwhile, both Arsenal and Chelsea are keeping tabs on their former player. Arsenal continue to back Mikel Arteta, though his current contract has just over a year remaining. Talks over a new deal are expected this summer, with the club focused on their ongoing title challenge. Still, like most elite sides, Arsenal are maintaining contingency plans, and Fabregas is one of the names under consideration if questions arise about the club's long-term direction. Chelsea are also impressed with Fabregas's rapid rise in management and have added him to their short list of future options. While the club publicly support Liam Roseneur, they continue to monitor emerging coaching talent, a strategy they previously applied under Maresca. For now, Fabregas remains committed to Como. Since taking charge in 2023 during their time in Serie B, the 38-year-old has overseen remarkable progress and is focused on continuing his project in Italy. However, with his growing reputation, interest from Europe's biggest clubs is only expected to increase. In other developments, Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea still holds strong interest in Ethan Nwaneri, the highly rated Arsenal youngster whose future remains uncertain due to limited game time. Borussia Dortmund are also admirers of the teenager. Additionally, both Arsenal and Chelsea have made inquiries about Jeremy Manga of Leicester City. With the club facing a potential drop from the championship, the talented 16-year-old is attracting major interest ahead of a possible summer move, with Manchester City also among the clubs watching closely. Arsenal continue to keep a close eye on Julian Alvarez and have now begun taking more concrete steps toward a possible move for the forward. Once the season ends, the club are eager to reinforce their attacking options and believe the Argentine could have a major influence on their front line. Despite Atletico Madrid insisting that Alvarez is not available, the striker remains one of the most in-demand talents in Europe. The Spanish side see him as a crucial figure in their squad and are determined to keep hold of him as they compete at the highest level. Alvarez has firmly established himself among the top attackers in world football regularly, delivering standout performances for Atletico. Unsurprisingly, his consistency has drawn attention from several elite clubs across Europe. Arsenal are not the only club interested, as both Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain are also monitoring his situation closely. However, there is a growing belief that Alvarez may be open to returning to the Premier League, which could boost Arsenal's hopes. Even though they have been told the player is not for sale, Arsenal remain undeterred. Reports suggest they have stepped up their interest and are preparing to make a serious push to secure his signing. The club understand that any potential deal would require a significant financial outlay and are ready to test Atletico Madrid's stance in the coming weeks. While the Spanish club will fight to keep one of their key players, it is widely accepted that every player has a price. This sets the stage for what could become a complicated transfer battle, especially with other top clubs ready to act if an opportunity arises. It will be intriguing to see how Arsenal handle negotiations given the intense competition and financial demands involved. However, Jorginho has since issued an update after Rowan contacted his wife, Catherine Harding, to clarify the situation. He explained that his original reaction came in the heat of the moment after hearing that his family had been approached in an intimidating manner. As a father, he responded instinctively to protect them. Since then, new information has come to light. Rowan clarified that she had no involvement in the incident and had not instructed anyone to approach them. She expressed understanding and sympathy for what had happened. It was later confirmed that the